neck radius from
Yeah,
7.25
Sure,
up to
yeah.
some that are as much as 10 now.
Yeah.
You know, and these things, they all change the sound just a little bit.
Oh, sure, yeah. More wood, less wood.
Right. Different types of hardware.
Better feel, yeah,
and
sure.
things like that will have a dramatic effect. So where can folks see you play?
I do a lot of filling with a lot of bands. I'm in
I bet you
actually
do.
a classic oldies band called Per Diem.
All right.
Right now, they're a little bit slow. We do
Mm-hmm.
a couple of VFWs, some Chinese restaurants down
So
in...
you're available for freelance.
Oh, yes, always.
So you heard that, folks. You want the best.
Thank you. I
Find Michael on
appreciate it.
Facebook, and he'd come and make your band sound a whole lot better.
Happy to do it, sure.
Yes,
I
indeed.
love meeting new people.
Now, did you ever record when you were with the John Penny Band? Did you
Oh,
ever
yeah.
record with John?
I recorded with a lot of different people.
Yep.
Just, you know, sometimes I still get, well, every once in a while I get asked to do it, and I'm more than happy to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good experience.
Now, he had a few records that charted on the country circuit.
Yeah, he did. He did. I actually didn't hook up with John until later, after career started being
Slowing down a little.
nice,
Were you
more mature,
with him
I guess.
when, was it Dick Curliss that used to be in the band? Were you with that lineup?
Yeah, I played with Dick.
That was one of the classic country lineups in New England.
Great guy, just an awesome voice.
His band reminded me, he was to local country music what like Frank Zappa was to rock. You kind of graduated through his band, you know.
Right, exactly,
You got that feather in your hat that you would finally arrive as a legitimate country music if you got a gig to play with John.
Yeah, he's a fabulous guy, great singer. And just,
Yeah. Now the other guitarist you worked with in that band, did you work with Chuck Parrish?
Oh yeah, Chuck's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
I actually used to go watch him all the time because he was like my idol.
Another terrific player.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Strong,
yeah.
strong player, and it amazes me how much talent there is out there, folks, that doesn't get on television, and that they're not all over the media and the charts. But if you go and support live music, you can see
'em.
some
Yeah.
absolutely extraordinary musicians out there.
You can.
All ages, you know, but the guys have been working the fairs, the festivals, and the honky-tonk saloons for 30 years, 50 years like we have. I mean, we've seen these folks out there.
Oh yeah. I
when-
used to do a lot of opening acts for a lot of them at Indian Ranch up in Webster, Mass.
And they're still going strong.
Yeah, and that was like a highlight, a little bit of lift.
That's a
in
big
there.
gig.
It's great.
They've really come into the modern age, too, with unbelievable sound and production.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah.
they've really come a long way. And that is because people support the venue.
Yeah, they do. They pack that place pretty much most of the time.
I hear folks all the time complain like there's not enough live music around.
No.
And so when it is there, go and
Oh yeah,
support
absolutely.
it. And you'll keep it coming around.
Yeah,
You'll keep
you will.
good bands coming. You know, I mean, we don't get rich doing this.
Oh no, no.
You know, the joke is if you want to make $1 million in the music business, start out with $2 million.
Yeah, right. That's a good thought.
And you'll get there. You'll get there. You'll make your $1 million.
You definitely have to do it for the love of it, you know. I mean,
We love what we do, and we love the guitars and the instruments that we play are really an extension
It
of
is.
our sound and our style.
Yeah.
For me, the Telecaster, I think the first guitar that really caught my eye was a Gibson Black Beauty.
okay.
That's what they used to refer to the Les Paul Customs as.
Okay, yeah, I've heard the phrase.
There was something about the image of that guitar that just blew me away.
Yeah.
But the first time I got to play a really good vintage Telecaster was probably about 1971.
Okay, yeah.
I got to play an example of one from the 50s.
Oh, is that right?
And I had an old tube amp made by the Gretsch Guitar Company.
Yeah.
And to this day, I have never heard anything as nice as that 50s Telecaster.
Yeah, it's very distinct.
Then I got another ash-bodied Telecaster that was about an early 60s, and it had a Gibson PAF humbucker
Yeah,
on
I
it.
have one too.
And that's what everybody was doing back
Yeah.
then. They'd route it out and stick a humbucker in there,
Yeah.
and you could get all kinds of sounds down.
Now this one is a Nashville Tele. They
The
come with
Nashville style, right.
a 5-way switch, and you get, I guess they call it a Telestrat or whatever. It's a nice,
Yep.
I like that sound of a Strat. But between one of my first Teles, I did the PAF 90, Mighty
Yes.
Mite, has Strat in the middle and the Tele in the back, and I had the best of all
Everything.
worlds.
That guy Steve Morse that plays for the Dixie Dregs, he's got a Telecaster, and I don't think you could fit any more stuff in his.
I think I saw that online. I was like,
And
is that
he's a
for
great
real?
player. He can play
Yeah.
anything, country, jazz, rock, you name it.
Yeah.
He plays for Deep Purple now.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but I
Wow.
mean, he started off a smoking country player. But I find that the light weight of a Telecaster, when you drop a big humbucker in there,
Yeah, nice fat sound.
it's like putting a massive hot rod engine into a Volkswagen.
Yeah,
You got
that's
this
true.
tiny little lightweight body and all this horsepower under the hood. And now they make pickups that look exactly like Telecaster pickups, but you can get them so they're really powerful.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
lower output.
Yep.
There's so many things you can do to trick yours out. Is yours pretty much stock?
This one here is exactly the way I bought it. I didn't change anything.
Yep.
In the early years, I always changed things because it was kind of
what
the
we
trend.
did.
The trend. Well,
what we did.
he's got one of them Seymour Duncans. I'm going to try that.
Yep.
So you find somebody that you follow. You like the tone. If they change something, you did it. But again, back to the just straight up stock Telecaster.
I love the Tele when it's super clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just to a traditional amplifier with a little bit of reverb.
That's really there. I think that was
That's where
what
it
was
shines,
made
isn't it?
for.
That's
and
when it's
shines,
the best.
Yeah.
But we did an episode a couple of weeks ago, and we had some examples of where the Telecaster sounds unbelievable when you use it in a rock music context,
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure
these
does.
things rip when you crank
Yeah.
the amp up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
They
unbelievable.
do. They do. With
The
it,
sounds
today's
you
type
can have.
pickups, this is probably only a 7 or 8 year old guitar.
Yep.
I don't have any old ones
And
that I
this
use
is the
anymore.
Fender Nashville Tele.
It is.
And they added the third pickup to make the studio guys happy, to give them a more wide variety of sounds.
They did.
Yeah.
I almost thought that maybe I invented that, like back in the 60s and 70s.
'Cause you were doing it way before.
Way before I
Yeah.
ever heard of a Nashville Tele. It's like, But a lot of people did that.
Now, who else did you play with back in those days besides John Penny? Did you ever play in the Wild Country Band? Was that-
I played in so many bands that I almost can't remember the names of them.
Graham
It just-
Ferris and the Wheels
Yeah,
comes
sure,
to
I know
mind when they
Graham,
were
yeah.
around, yeah.
I did a lot of fill-in, so I did. I was.
You're the guy they all call when they want that sound.
So yeah, sure, and
Yep.
I got to play with all different kinds of people, and it was just as much, if not more, fun to meet new and different people, different musicians.
Right, right. You get to really play with the better rhythm sections and
Oh yeah.
all the good drummers and bass players. And but one thing's for sure, when you go on a country music gig, there's going to be a Telecaster on that stage
yeah.
somewhere.
It's a have to.
Yeah.
You have to be.
Well, listen, let's do a little picking.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to let you do all the picking. I'm just going to try to keep up with you. And folks, I'd like to thank you for being with us today here at Guitar Talk. And we'd like to thank our guest, Mike Roberts, one of the finest country pickers in New England. So keep your eyes out for him. And tell your friends to tune in.